Now let's move to the time seconds. Okay, so inside 1 second, we've got 100 centiseconds. So you're going to do exactly the same thing. So time seconds is going to be math floor of the division by 100. Okay, but this time we are going to divide the remainder of our first division. Okay, and the remainder of the first division is this. So this means the remainder of dividing time counter by 6000. Okay. And finally, the centiseconds are going to be the remainder of this division. Okay, so time centiseconds is going to be the remainder of that division, which is this. Okay, and we don't need the math floor method for this. Okay, so let's do the same thing for the lap variables. So we're going to change the time minutes to lap minutes, and the same thing for the other two variables. Okay, now we will need to access these elements, okay, using their IDs and change their values to these variables values, okay? So we're gonna be using their IDs, which are as following. So we've got the lap minutes, lap second, lap centisecond, and the same thing for the times, okay? So let's access the time elements first, starting with the minutes. So we're going to access each element using its ID. So we're starting with the time minutes element, and we are setting its text using the text method to the variable time minutes, or variables value time minutes. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing for the seconds and the centiseconds. So we're looking here at time second. We are setting to time seconds, and then time centisecond. That we are setting to time centiseconds. And then we're going to do the same thing for the laps. So we're going to access the minutes. Okay, let's just copy this. It's going to make it easier for us. So we are looking at lap minutes, lap second, and lap centisecond, and the variables are lap minutes, lap seconds, and lap centiseconds. Okay, let's save this. And let's click on the start button. Okay, so we can see that it's working. Okay, now we've got one issue. We don't like to see single numbers or single digits like this. So our final app shows that we've got all the time 2 digits. Okay, so to do this, we are going to create a function to format our numbers. And we're going to call it format, just like this. Okay, so it's going to take one parameter, a number, and it's going to check if the number is less than 10. So if the number is less than 10, then it's going to return a string, which is going to be 0 plus our number. Okay, otherwise it's just going to return the number itself. Okay, so before using these variables, we're going to use the format function, just like this. Okay, okay, let's save and check again. And now it's perfect. We need to wait until 1 minute to make sure that the minutes are working as well. So I'm just going to pause the video and wait until it's there. Okay, we are almost there. So let's see. And it's working. Okay, so we haven't implemented any code yet for the stop button. So our code so far is working. Now let's check something. If the counter keeps going, the number of minutes is going to become too big. And if we want to limit that, we can do that by going back to our setInterval function. So every time we increase the counter by 1, we can check the counter against our limit. So let's say we want to limit the number of minutes at 100. Okay, so now we are going to check if the counter, okay, is equal to the number of centiseconds corresponding to 100 minutes, which is 100 multiplied by 60 seconds multiplied by 100 centiseconds. Okay, then we are going to reset our counter to 0. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing for the lap counter. So we are checking if it's equal, so we need 2 equal signs. Okay, so same thing there for the lap counter. Okay, and here we go. All right. Now let's move to the code corresponding to clicking on the stop button. Okay, and we're going to continue in the next video.